Man, let's get right into it though. Let's get right into it though. Like, real shit, bro. I came to the conclusion today, like no bullshit. I've come to the conclusion today that, and it took me hearing different things from certain people, um, that I just need to keep grinding. I just need to keep chasing the shit I want to chase. But to be honest, the title of the stream is "What Am I Afraid Of?" And I ain't gonna lie, I've been afraid of a lot of things, bro. Like, I know God tells us not to fear, trust Him, which I do. I put my faith in God a lot. But honestly, it's just certain things I want for myself, and the road is not easy. It's not easy. This is my passion. Getting on here to game, to react, just to create, just to be as creative as possible as I can be. And honestly, it's just, I guess my fear with that is what I'm creating resonating with somebody else. Cause everything I create I view as like art. To get on here and stream, to get on here and bring my ideas to life is my form of art. So asking myself, is my art going to be appreciated by others? I think that keeps me up at night. I went through a high. That's what got me to 1585 on YouTube, 1,585 subs. And now I'm kind of like I'm like at a plateau. So I'm just flatlining right now. So now I've been trying to figure out how the fuck do I get back up to that high? Because in the process of going through that high, I went through a lot of shit. I was really depressed, relationship shit, watching shit crash and burn with that, family shit, financial shit. Like I was really just in a fucked up place. So to be honest, it's just I don't know, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's really just me asking myself, how do I break through? I've been pushing forward, but how do I break through? How do I bust through the fucking ceiling and show the world, I'm me, Phase One B Rose. Nice to meet y'all. So it just makes it tough. But I refuse to give up. I will say that. I refuse to give up on myself. I would never give up on myself. God keeps reminding me to stay on this path. God keeps reminding me to not quit. I won't quit. But that shit does scare me. Now, when you go to other aspects of my life, I talk a lot about relationship shit on here or just dealing with women. And honestly, that is another department that definitely scares me. When we talk about like what am I afraid of, the relationship department definitely scares me. It scares me a lot. Jada said hi, was good. Jada was good. But yeah, I would say a lot of shit does scare me in terms of that department. So to get very transparent, I think I come up with a top three. The top three things that scare me when it comes to potentially getting into a new relationship. Appreciate the sub 1586. Yeah. What scares me the most, I think, when thinking about getting into a new relationship is the presence of falling in love with somebody that does me dirty in the end. Because when it comes down to it, I've dealt with the worst of the worst, and I've said that time and time again on this channel, on my streams. So my worst fear is to start loving somebody again, and they literally do me dirty, or they're not who they say they are. And I think that's just my biggest thing is that I've dealt with women who don't be who they say they are. Now, granted, I've had to do some growing up. I'm still learning to communicate effectively. because a lot of shit happens to me that I don't care for, and I may not. In the past, I haven't voiced my opinions early on. I just let shit pile up until it reaches a breaking point, and now I'm just exploding. So that really just be it. Um. So yeah, fall in love with somebody, and they do me in the worst way. Um. Just not finding the person that I like. Just not finding my person. I think that scares me because as a person that's ready to receive genuine love and just ready to love somebody unconditionally, ready to, you know, start a chapter of this life with somebody. But I keep getting sent individuals that I don't care for or that I just can't latch onto or that just don't really come with, you know, genuine intentions that I can see off rip, that I can look at and say like, hey, like, you know, like you who you say you are, like, you know, you're not here to do me wrong. Uh three three the third thing I think that scares me the most when it comes to trying to just latch on to somebody, I think it's just that, just being able to take somebody seriously. I think a lot of this should be centered around me not taking nobody seriously, because I don't know, I'm very skeptical. I'm very skeptical. I very much am open in saying that I want happiness with somebody. I want to find somebody. I want to be with somebody. But can I take somebody seriously to the point that, you know, we get into something serious? Should be a real revolving door. It could be dinner 2, 3. It could dinner be 1 to 2 weeks, and I'm not talking to the same person no more. So I don't know. I want to get over that hump. I want to get over that hump to where somebody that's in my life feels so refreshing to the point that, you know, every time I think about them, every time they come into, like, every time they pop into my mind, it's genuine, it's positive. I think that's my biggest thing. Like, what am I afraid of? It's a great title for the stream. I'm afraid of failing because I work so fucking hard. Like, I work so hard day and night on a lot of the shit that I want for my life. A lot of the shit that I've obtained for my life, I've worked so hard for. I've worked so hard for. To the point sometimes that shit didn't bring me to tears because nobody knows. I've suffered in silence. I very much suffered in silence. And when you don't want to be the burden to anybody, you don't want to tell nobody you're going through anything, you don't want to put your problems on other people, that shit gets very tough. Especially when you're going through your lowest points. And I think when I was going through my lowest points, you know, I kind of tried to lean on my friends, but I didn't lean on them too much. Because I didn't want them to worry about me. I didn't want them to feel like, you know, I was losing my battle. But I will say, compared to where I was a couple months ago, I'm a lot fucking better, man. I'm so much better, man. Like, shit's so crazy. Like, my mindset a couple months ago was very negative. Probably the lowest I've ever been in my life in a while. And I honestly I didn't see myself pulling, I didn't see myself getting out of the hole I was in. And I really, 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 really fucking thought that, you know, a nigga was gonna give up. Like, I really thought that I was just gonna just, you know, say fuck all this shit. But ultimately, I just woke up and I remembered the shit that I've set out for myself. I remember the goals that I've told myself time and time again, night in, night out, that I want to accomplish. And that's been one of my driving forces, knowing that I got something to chase, knowing that I got my family that's still living and breathing. My mom, who's super supportive of me. My little sister, who's supportive of me. My stepdad, who damn near is every much of a dad that I have not had in my life, has been supportive of me and my journey. My best friends have been supportive of me and my journey. Like just waking up and realizing like who I got in my corner that's wanting me to succeed versus the people that I was focusing on that I felt like wanted me to fail. And that's, I think, what heightened my fear, is the fact that I was afraid to let people down that I didn't even need to give a fuck about letting down in the first place. So, yeah. I think I wake up every day and just be unapologetically me. And not really give a fuck about what anybody else got to say. It makes me happy knowing that I'm still making impacts on others. That, like, anybody that I come across, if you got something negative to say about me, I really feel like you just dry hating because you just really don't know me like that. And that's okay. That's okay. I feel like if I don't got nobody hating on me, I ain't doing nothing right. Like, I can feed off people wanting me to fail. It makes me go 10 times harder. But this has been great, man. This has been great. We definitely gonna get into some more story times today. Last time I think I told y'all the story time about motherfuckers using my tweets against me, which I hate wholeheartedly. I hate a pull up your tweet and try to read you type of person. Cause don't pull up my fucking tweets. Don't pull up my fucking post trying to use them against me. I don't want to hear it. I ultimately don't want to hear it. Not gonna lie. Because it's just like, no. Fuck are you doing? And that shit really be irritating the fuck out of me when motherfuckers do that, bro. That shit with Shorty I told y'all about last stream still got me tight. Cause why? What possessed you? What possessed you to come in my messages and tell me what you think I'm doing in my situations? Not in my relationships, my situations. Motherfuckers just be yapping. I do want to talk about a subject that I think is, I guess you could say, rather touchy, and will probably get mixed responses. This whole thing when it comes to ghosting, because I've been on both sides of it. Oftentimes than not, I've ghosted quite a few. I've ghosted quite a few women in my lifetime, but I've been in situations where I've been ghosted out the blue too. Like in the worst moments, like when I've actually started to like a motherfucker and got ghosted. Prime example leads me into a story time. So met this woman that I had went to school with, high school with. Me and said woman, we get pretty close. Like, we followed each other on social media, so that's why I shot my shot at. And from there on, we started out having a good connection. We took a lot of late night drives together because I always like driving it late at night, and it's just the area of where I live at that I like to really drive through. It's good scenery, and it just makes just for a calming environment. So I invited her along for that. You know, we would spend some nights doing that, just driving around, enjoying each other's company, talking, whatever. And we also went on dates too. So things got, things got in motion. Like it was cool. Like to the point that shit, I'm looking like dinner a month down the line right before I'm supposed to go back to college at the time. And I'm thinking like, damn, like I might be thinking about like cuffing this person. So I said, fuck it. She got a good pass the test of meeting my friends. If she can get past the test of meeting my best friends and they fuck with her, then I know I got somebody that, I know I got somebody that can, potentially ride off into the sunset with. Meets my best friends and the rest of the group that we all be hanging out with, and shit is cool. Like it's a perfect night. Like can't ask for nothing more. Everybody fucking with her. I want to say probably like a week and a half after that, this motherfucker stops texting me one day. Like stop texting me. Before that, it was getting real difficult to just see her, and we lived around the corner from each other. So I'm looking crazy as fuck, and I don't know what to do. Like nowadays I'm a charge it to the game ass nigga. Like do some shit I don't fuck with, fuck me over, cool. I'm not gonna blow up your phone. I'm not gonna do the most. It is what it is. You won. Have a nice life. None of that. I don't got time to raise my voice, cuss out nobody. None of that. I triple text this motherfucker. I think I double texted. Next day I tried to follow up to see what was going on. Bro, she never responded. When I tell you I was fucking hurt, like I was hurt. I wasn't even like hurt to the point where I'm finna fucking boo-hoo, sob in tears, but I was hurt like, damn. Like, I just told my homies that I'm thinking of ways of how I'm gonna ask you to be my girlfriend. And you just ghosted a nigga like that? After all the conversations we done had about shit being serious on a serious level, moving towards that, looking towards the future, and you just ghosted a nigga? What also gets me, bro, is the fact that I want to say about 2 years later, bro, I had X'd her out of my mind because that shit hurt me so much that I just had to get her out of my mind. Don't throw it away. Nigga, 2 years later, my daughter first birthday, yes, fucking daughter, post her child on my timeline. When I tell you I'm looking crazy as fuck, because I'm like, no way. Cause I'm, her kid ain't got nothing to do with me. Cause like I ain't no baby daddy. But it's just the fact that you stop talking to me, and in the midst of you stopping to talk to me, that transpires after. So I'm just like, ain't no fucking way, boy. Ain't no fucking way. Would I ever bark up that tree again? Fuck no. Did me in a worse way. Beautiful woman, but hell no. Like it's just cause I don't know. It's just real. It's real uncalled for. Cause I hadn't did shit. At least from what I know, but I hadn't did shit. And it's like the conversation we was having beforehand just led me to believe that shit was cool. So when that shit transpires, I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm on my timeline scrolling one day and see you posting your kid. I'm like, nah, it's no way. It's like all that hurt came right back. Cause I'm like, damn, this motherfucker really did me fucking greasy. And now you got a kid? But to be on the other side of being a person that's ghosted somebody, I just feel like I leave people where they have me fucked up at. 9 times out of 10, I leave you where you have me fucked up at. Cause I don't, why am I gonna tell you that you fucked up? Cause at that point I'm already done. Me telling you that you fucked up is me wanting you to fix it because I see something with you. Like I still see the purpose of having you in my life. I want to work the shit out. And I want to see how you gonna respond to me saying, hey, you did some shit I ain't like. But if you did some shit I really didn't care for and I'm really cool off you as a whole, it's no point in trying to it's no point in trying to bring it to your attention why I'm cutting you off, what I'm trying to stop talking to you for, because the last thing I want is for a motherfucker to try to plead with me to not do that. If my mind made up that I don't want you in my life, it's over with. It's over with. Like it's over with. I'm not gonna subject myself to being persuaded by no woman for me to keep them in their life. So for me to keep them in my life. I don't know, that's just trim activity. And I don't believe in I'm gonna just put up with whatever to be happy. Cause I'm gonna make myself miserable. I'm not gonna go back on my non-negotiables to make sure I'm just with a motherfucker. Like that's just, and I think that's a common thing though. Like nowadays, motherfuckers get locked into becoming yes men. I will not be a yes man to nobody. I'm sorry. If you doing some shit that I really don't like, then you will know you're doing some shit I really don't like. Or again, I will leave you where you stand because I communicate very early the shit that I really don't care for and really don't like in terms of relationships. And one of them is lying, poor communication. And again, I post this shit as a clip. It's gonna be motherfuckers that damn near be ready to flip out their seat because they got a version of me that was not great with communication. But at the same time, if my communication is not good with you, then ask yourself, what are you doing to make me not want to communicate with you? I'm a person that loves to talk. I'm a person that loves to spend time with a person. So if I'm not doing all these things with you, what about you, or what related to you is not wanting me to be around you, not wanting me to talk to you like that? Oh, I say, motherfuckers quick to point the finger, but nobody ever points the finger at self. Like it's easy to say what a nigga's not doing, but what are you doing? What are you doing? Because me personally, I'm not always gonna be the nigga that just says, "Oh, it's my fault." I can only say it's my bad and my fault that so many times. That's just, it's just crazy behavior. Take it up for some shit that you really ain't did. Like, that's dry. That's dry as hell.